Okay. So if we're all ready, let's all get into Roll20. I think we're still missing Bun. And I'll go over what happened last time. So, last time on Dungeons and Dragons Waterdeep Bunny Heist, you all started your adventure in the Yawning Portal. First, just a group of people that, hey, just happened to be in the same place at the same time, broke up a fight just because, hey, you're good guys, you can break up a fight. Or the Rat King can break up a fight. Then a troll came out of the middle of the Yawning Portal's giant well into the Undermountain. And you spent a couple rounds fighting that thing off with the help of Durnan, the tavern owner. Took care of some annoying sturges, that came with him. And as such, you were rewarded with a round in the house, and Brutrik was specifically let off 6 hours early of their debt, because that's a pretty big thing to stop a troll. Without spilling one drop of milk. With that, you were then approached by a famous person known as Volo Thamp Gadarn, Volo, of the very famous Volo's Guide to Monsters. He came to you looking for adventurers, offering you 10 gold each now and 100 gold each upon finishing of the job he gave you, which is finding a kidnapped friend of him and bringing him back, hopefully unharmed. You decided to take this and made your way to where he was last seen another couple nights ago at another tavern in the skeevy part of town. On the way, you spotted a purple shop and decided to just go investigate and talk to the old dome there. There's a shop full of everything was purple. A purple stuffed beholder was in the window, caught your eye, and you all just had a little bit of a nice little break of walking just to look around. But after that, you decided to head to the Skeevy Tavern in general. And that is where we left off.
We also saw some like a crime. It was like a mugging.
Right, you saw the ending of a crime, or the police were cleaning up everything, and there were a couple other things. There was some sort of it was a gang war fight of some sort. Sharks versus the Jets, except with instead of dancing, there was daggers and whatnot.
Oh, Bun, make sure you're in the game so you record the music.
Oh yeah, it helps.
Glad you're feeling better now.
Yes.
I'm mostly surprised at the fact that not only did we start on time, but we started early.
Right.
Because we're usually about a half hour late because we're doing nothing but talking about nerd stuff in the other game usually.
We got all our nerd stuff out of the way pretty quickly, which is weird because I could probably talk for hours about Metal Gear.
Can't we all?
Well, it's because of the other group. They don't know when to stop.
They don't.
Or maybe I don't speak up enough.
See, this is what separates you from me as the DM.
Maybe.
There's Bun. Upload in.
The audio is recording, even though you...
Yeah, I started recording already.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you make your way to the Skeevy Tavern, known as the... Where are my notes? The Skewered Dragon. The Skewered Dragon looks a lot like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged into the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards. The day is yours. The night is yours.
Is yours. Go. This is a bad part of town. Better watch out. But I'm here. Protect you all.
Thanks for looking out for all of us. Rat King, is it?
I'm known by many names. And yes, Rat King is one of them.
All right, I'll use that one then.
I've seen worse.
The city is my playground. And I'm here to enjoy myself at the tavern. Let's go in.
I must say, I didn't really, I never heard about places like this in my readings of this place before.
Well, I guess if somebody were there to write about it, they'd probably have a really bad chance of getting out of there, huh?
I say.
At that point, you see someone get thrown out of the bar through the front door, just like a drunk get thrown into the back.
Oh my!
Looks at the through the bar. Go there, and he points to the other thing and just starts walking off.
The city's forgotten folk.
Seems like my kind of place. Let's get inside.
Right.
Do you think you've played this place a few times in the past, maybe?
Yeah. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows me.
You go on in. Suddenly, like a bunch of people look up at they're like, "Oh, great! It's Sharptooth."
Give him like the thumbs up as I walk in.
Brutrik will stand kind of closer to Simon, because his thing is he wants to help people, and he realizes that, he doesn't fit in here the most, so he'll just be a little bit closer to Simon.
Yeah, Simon's probably got the nicest clothes out of all three of you right now.
It doesn't even have dirt on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm guessing it's not. I'm guessing that Simon doesn't have like noble clothing. It's not like purple silk or anything like that, but it's obviously that of a scholar.
No, but he does know what soap is and how to clean clothes, and
That's
it isn't
why...
several years old.
King tries to get a survey of the place. What does this place look like?
So it looks like pretty much you're just think of an old rundown sort of tavern where people don't care that it's rundown. They're not coming here for atmosphere. Well, coming here for atmosphere. They're not coming here for the atmosphere from the decor. They're coming here for drink and maybe do some underhanded dealings and whatnot, under the table stuff.
There goes so much crime. Not enough hours of the day.
So what do we do?
We're not here for.
Oh yes. To recap, I did forget to recap that you are specifically looking for the Volo's friend Floon, who was kidnapped a while ago. He was last seen here with Volo. Volo had left early, and that's the last he saw of him. So you're looking for clues for trying to find Volo's friend Floon.
So do you remember during that conversation, everyone got like money, and I'm pretty sure like Sharptooth ignored that whole explanation of what, and just was like counting and biting coins the whole time.
Oh, are you doing that in character? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's very much like he just like showed up. He just followed you guys because you guys at one point gave him money because of it.
If I remember right, I think it was on redheaded elf or something.
He was a redheaded human.
Oh, okay.
Of pretty good looks. Pretty good looks.
Okay, so elfish, but not.
The shop owner gave us a heads up that he had seen somebody with the same tattoo as from the gang war was had like roughed him up.
Yes, he was. They were seen to have been jumped nearby, just outside the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
His shop is not far away, so you can see his shop. You can see the tavern from his shop, more or less.
It was the winged serpent.
Yes.
Tattoo.
Xanathar's?
This one is Zentaran.
Zentaran.
I will say the music is oddly cheery right now, just a heads up.
Yeah, I didn't think about getting like rowdy tavern music, so we're just gonna go with my traditional tavern music that I use for every tavern.
Well, I would think Rat King would know a little about the seedy underground. since he kind of makes a point to, know about these things. In the theorem, if I'm correct in remembering, it's kind of like they run things from the shadows. They're like the mafia.
More or less. I don't know the specifics of the entire thing, just lore-wise, but they are one of the major crime syndicates in the city. Yes, I think Xanathar's is more of the mafia side of things, where
Right. Yeah.
but you could see them as like warring. Instead of warring families, they're just warring factions.
Theorem, winged snake, Xanatar. So I sketch out the symbol of the snake with the wings, and I want to go up to the bartender and show him and go, "You ever see this symbol?"
I see no. It's to you. Was it a costume parade going on or something?
Looking for a guy. Wore this as a brand. Roughed up a friend of mine.
Well, it's no skin off my nose. Kind of goes back to just whatever bartenders do, cleaning a glass.
His persona breaks and he goes, "I don't think he knows anything."
I feel like Brutrik stayed back when Rat King went to the bar to give him space. But after seeing a Rat King not being treated with respect, Brutrik walks up behind Rat King and says, "Excuse me, I believe my friend asked you a question. Could you please help him out?"
Oh, well, isn't it little Cuddy Two-Shoe? As he gets a look at you, that you're a pretty big bugbear, and while you may be a gentle giant, you are still pretty intimidating. So go ahead and make an intimidation check, Brutrik.
Yeah, I climb up on a stool bar. Try to get there. Which one? Thing of the intimidation.
Brutrik, please.
Okay.
We'll try it. I forgot to update my terribly slow computer. Oof.
Probably go to your character. Okay, there we go.
6.
Yeah, it was only a 6.
So kind of like. So, yeah, he kind of looks at you as like, you want information, it's going to cost you money. What do you got?
I go, bribery.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
Brutrik reaches for the pouch on the side of his hip and says, "Would 1 gold work?"
Make a persuasion check.
He's like, "I have 10 of these. Would one of them work?" You go, Brutrik. It took you months to pay off that debt.
Don't
Not that the
worry, I
Rat King
won't
would
break
know.
anything in here.
Oh, I mean, it would be pretty neat because I know we talked about a possible clumsiness dice.
That's true. Luckily, you can't break gold coins. He kind of looks at it. He goes, like, 1 gold piece is probably not a lot for like crime syndicate information, or for crime syndicate or anything like that. But at the end of the day, this guy's probably still just a bartender. He's like, yeah, all right. All right, what's the guy you're looking for? So I assume you describe him.
Yes. So it's the good-looking human with reddish hair.
Yeah.
The
All
thing here
right.
was-
So
I mean, he's gorgeous. I mean, you can't even imagine.
yeah. Well, there were 2 of them.
Yeah, one was Volo, one was Floon.
There's that Volo guy. The Volo guy left. Another one came, and there's 2 of them. Both have wavy red hair. Honestly, kind of jealous of it. They have really nice hair. But after that Volo guy left, the one red-haired guy stuck around long enough, and then another red-haired guy came in. And honestly, the red guy I'm pretty sure was Renair Neverember. Anybody familiar with the city would know that the Neverember is the previous the Renair Neverember would be the son of the previous Open Lord of the city, Dragalt Neverember. The Open Lord being like the governor, more or less, like the head of the government here.
Oh wow.
So as a character, I think I know what may have happened, but sorry, as a person, but I don't think
All right.
I would have put it together.
On the mention of Renair Neverember, someone nearby kind of just looks over, he's like, chip off the old block, that one. Yeah. Another one just also pipes in. It's just another rich, spoiled noble. Likes to rub our noses in it. Just comes down here and just buys things. Anyway, ignoring those two, go back to your drinks. This is my information. Doesn't come cheap. Ignoring those two, the two red-haired folks, they drank a few rounds, played some Three Dragon Ante, and then they left, I don't know, probably around midnight. But then five men, followed them out. And that's the last we saw them. Couple of them I noticed, had that symbol tattooed on them.
The snake with the wings. You saw him.
Well, not the actual snake with the wings, but somebody with that tattoo, yes.
The pieces are coming together.
Do you see any of those 5 men here tonight?
Haven't seen them since, nope. But if you got another gold coin, I can tell you where to meet them.
Seems pretty fair. Okay. And Brutrik hands another gold coin.
Takes a second gold coin. So go ahead and make sure you subtract those 2 coins from your inventory. Great.
I ask if do you think either Floon or Renar got into some trouble?
Well, he's taking the coin and says, I don't think they got into trouble, but he's a couple of rich, good-looking guys in this part of town. Not the best. Granted, going after
10s out of 10s. I mean, it's amazing.
Anyway, bites the coin. Ow! Yeah, that's a real coin. Ow! Chip the tooth. Anyway, look for the snake on the symbol of a door at a warehouse on Candle Lane. Oh God, tooth.
If you need the name of a good denture place, I know a guy.
I've got insurance. Don't worry.
And then I, turn around. My cape does a flourish, and I cover my face, and I run to the shadows. Over here.
Make a stealth check.
Rat King is fairly new at this. This is like Rat King. This is Rat King year 1.
You slump away in a Phantom of the Opera style. And
exactly.
Holding the cape over your face.
Cape Crusader from Inspector Gadget. But no, with the 21, you do manage to sneak away mostly unseen. Whether or not that's because of your skill or because nobody really cares, you don't know.
Or 3 feet tall,
And that you're short. That definitely helped.
And bad
lighting. With that, so the information you were given specifically was go to the warehouse on Candle Lane and look for a snake symbol on the door.
Say Sharptooth. You get all that? You were paying attention, right?
Who's the what's it now?
I imagine Sharptooth's just trying to hand out like headshots or something at random people in the bar.
Or tickets to his next show. He's trying to sell them to people as he's going table to table. It's like, oh, hey, want to see a show? I got one heck of a show.
Are there gonna be ladies?
No, it's me.
So there's not gonna be any ladies.
No. It's always the question. It's just me.
Have you thought about maybe getting like backup dancer ladies?
Frankly, yes, because of all of this. But it's just me for now. The more people that come, the more money I can spend on ladies.
That's a business venture. Well, make a persuasion check.
Can I cast? I'm also going to cast Friend on at least this one character.
Okay, yeah, so you get it with advantage.
Yep.
You're gonna sell those tickets.
So these tickets.
It's a one-man show.
Help me to get the ladies.
All bass all the time.
Oh, I didn't even put.
I'm sorry, I was 16. Okay. I'm expecting it to be piped to roll 20 because that's how I always play. So, excuse me, I forgot to look at the other window, but I have it open. 16. He's like, well, I've been cooped up a lot, and I don't know, maybe you'll get a lady or two before the show.
Maybe.
All right, how much are they?
I think it's this not the copper, the
Silver?
Silver.
just one silver.
Yeah. Well, I got 3 copper.
Ah, take it.
All right. There. Takes the ticket, which is probably written on like the back of a napkin or something.
Yeah, it's not, and it's like this has been tried to be sold at a couple times. Like it's
got
well
stains.
worn.
Yeah.
Like you don't have enough money to print up new tickets, so it's just the same ones every time.
Yeah, you just pick them up off the ground after.
I've never had
Well,
a
yeah.
character that's done that.
You've had 3 copper to your thing. Maybe you could buy, I don't know, a cow trap or 2. With that,
Yeah.
Just
you may
one.
continue.
So we get outside. Something starts squeaking from the Rat King's cloak, and he goes, "Oh my goodness! I almost forgot. It's feeding time." And he pulls out a little white rat. It's not dirty or anything. Nice and clean. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of cheese. And I go, "There you go, Clementine. Supper time. There you go. Eat it all. Ah, that's a good girl." And I
Was
throw it
that
back in
there
my
the
cloak.
whole time?
What? Yeah. What about it?
I honestly just never saw it. That's why I'm confused.
She's usually pretty quiet.
Yeah. There enough space in there for her?
It's like, obviously, yeah.
All right.
All my gadgets, all my cool stuff, and a rat.
You know, if you got a really good beard on you, you could just put it in the beard.
He goes, I'm too young to grow beards.
One
Not
day.
that I'm young. Well, yeah, not that I'm young, Hey, let's look for that door, huh? Let's look for the door.
Yeah.
So you head back out to the city.
Yeah, so he said Candle Lane or something.
Candle Lane. So that is up. Did I? Yes, I did mark it. It is over here.
So I do have, for whatever is relative or relevant.
Mhm.
My favorite terrain is urban.
Okay.
And I have the urchin background. Which,
Right. So you basically cut travel time in half.
Oh wow.
So what I will do is
I
I'm
don't
not
know
gonna roll.
if those things like cancel each other out or not, but I do have the urchin background just lets me get around the city faster because I know shortcuts.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and roll on my city encounters tables that I have, and if something small comes up, we'll do it. If something big comes up that would be distracting, you'll just go ahead and skip it.
Your background for clinging to the ship the hull of a ship makes you be able to travel around the city more.
Yeah,
Neat.
because I'm a street urchin.
So whenever a ship goes down the middle of the street, like in Speed 2, cruise
Yeah.
control. Remember Speed 2, cruise control?
The
I
best
mean,
way.
there was an anchor. There was an anchor like on that tavern.
There was. Okay, so
So I don't want to deprive us of like a cool encounter. But
oh no, don't worry. It's just that this is just a bunch of random ones. Some would be more distracting than others. However, as you are heading your way on Candle Lane, you're like, "Come on, guys! I know a shortcut." And you get up to I don't know, maybe about here, heading through some of the alleyways. And all of a sudden, I need you to make a dexterity check, Joey.
I will be right back.
you want to wait?
Yeah, we can just wait. Give me a chance to read it.
Just a few seconds, don't worry.
Okay. Dexterity check.
Yes. $16. Your mousy sense tingles, and you step out of the way. Coming crashing down, just where you were standing, is a gross pile of sludge liquid, seemingly coming from the sky.
What? Someone like pouring out their leftovers,
As you look up, you see that somebody has emptied a chamber pot.
and I don't mean their supper.
It is a chamber pot.
Oh, watch your step. That's gross.
Hey, we're walking here.
He looks down at you and he says, don't bother me. You got no idea who you're messing with. Goes back in and shuts the shutters.
How unsanitary.
Yeah, not very nice.
He thinks he's important. I wonder if he has something to hide.
Where else are you supposed to put it?
Looking on the ground, you
he's revealing far too much already.
Looking on the ground, you do see that there are several stains of probably empty chamber pots over the last, who knows however long. This seems to be his normal emptying area.
I yell up, "Hey, we have our Keep Waterdeep clean campaign going on. You're not helping by spilling your leftovers all over the ground."
Someone in a upper level on the other side of the alley opens their thing and is like, "Shut up! I'm trying to go to bed! Ah! I don't know why I sound a little bit like Bash Race. I have 3 voices I could do at max, so...
He said he sounded like him. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, hey, trying to go to sleep. Get the hell out of our alleyway.
Yeah, I do say I do recall somebody saying that this city, the streets flowed with gold, but I did not believe it was in this sense.
You know what they say? One man's treasure, trash, is another man's treasure. Huh, whatever. And then Brutrik's just gonna kind of step over around all the filth and just keep going.
Actually, that meant and just trails off and very, very, very nervously follows suit.
Very happy nobody made a corn joke after the gold. Or unhappy.
Yeah.
Anyway, you make your way to the one side of Candle Lane. Gloom envelops a narrow alley as dark as a dungeon, and as odorous as one too. Nearly all the street lamps have been smashed. The only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane, like a distant candle. The buildings here are so tall they sort of engulf any of the lights that would reach this thing. So several stories tall for a good portion of the alley. It is pretty much dusk to midnight right now anyway. It's night, but even in the daytime it would be eerily dark.
I go, sweet irony. That Candle Lane would reek of such darkness.
Can you explain that? I don't get it. Is that a joke?
He goes, well, yeah, I was trying. Oh, yeah, never mind. I was just, oh, look, a warehouse.
You do come up to the end of the street, and there is a warehouse directly across the street from the flickering light, which is the street lamp. The light does illuminate a black winged snake symbol painted on the door.
They're not even hiding it.
It's not like a big thing on the door. I should say I meant like it's actually on the door handle, so just above the door handle. So it's not like saying, "Hey, we're the Zentarum." It's like, "Hey, we're the Zentarum."
It's not like just a giant banner in front, like with
Yeah.
the arms. It's like Zentarum.
That's the big bad guy. Is one of those inflatable flailing tube arm guys.
Terrifying.
Remind me again, the Zentarum were being questioned by the fantasy cops.
Correct. Everything that you've seen so far seems to indicate that not only the ones that you passed by were the Zentarum or the survivors, which is Zentarum, but everything related to Flute's disappearance is the
They
is
were
also that.
suspecting maybe they were mugged by, or those guys. The police were saying that a Xantar might have been involved with that. But.
So,
In fact,
Just
I
a
don't think
note-
it was very far away from here where they were doing that.
I should say that this is also you were on the backside of a 2-story house. That's the building. The warehouse is a 2-story building. It's sort of the front is up on a street level, which is up at the base level, but on the backside where you are, you're down an entire level, and there's like a rock wall to the north side of this, where the front thing is. So you're in the back. Let me actually bring you over the map, see if I can describe it a little better.
It's all dark.
Actually- Oh, not Mousey, Rat King.
Here it is.
So you're going to be in the bottom left-hand corner of this. I will bring everybody over onto the map momentarily. There we
Short people in front.
go. And the warehouse stands at the back of an outer yard behind a high fence. Inside the courtyard, what you can see through the fence are 2 doors. One big, large one, which has does have the symbol on it. A small one down here, which looks like just a person door for people to go in. And then there's also a window up here.
Is the store? What is the store like?
It's a gate, so it's a fence gate.
The gate. I'm guessing is it chained up or anything?
You go up and check. It is not. Doesn't appear to be locked either.
Is there even a guard?
Make a perception check.
I would love to do that.
That's why I'm letting you do it, because it's fun. Simon is kind of like pulling his hat down over his eyes because it's kind of scary, so he doesn't see anything.
I don't see anybody at station. Are you? Perhaps they're closed.
11?
Brutrik doesn't see any guards around, either in the courtyard or in the area that you can see.
Perfect.
Basswraith, did you see something? Did you see something through the window? Huh.
Did
I thought you saw something through the window.
All right, it seems like.
There's someone in there.
Well, yeah, it's a big building, but I.
They're in the window, right there. Didn't you? Anyone else see it?
I didn't.
It was.
I take a look at the window.
The window doesn't seem to be anybody in there now. Also, it is kind of dark in there, and I don't think the Rat King has dark vision.
Ooh, I can use
Ironically.
my dark vision. So then, if I am now making like a a specific attempt to look through the window, is that a different perception check? Or
I would say you'd want to get a little closer to actually examine it, because right
Okay.
now you're not going to see anything. You saw like the Sharptooth saw something pass by the window, or at least they think they did. They saw something.
Hmm.
I'm pretty mostly sure that something just walked by right there. So
You think they're
hands up.
Should we call up, perhaps? Or maybe knock?
I don't know if these are the type of people we want to know that we're coming.
Could have a kidnapping situation in our hand.
Well, we do. Isn't that why we're here?
Wait, should I be keeping my voice down?
Then
Yeah.
should we not perhaps call the city watch?
I am the City Watch.
You are.
Metaphorically, and I open this door.
You head on in. The gate is not locked, and it opens, and does not have some trap that almost kills you. So you're free to walk in.
Brutrik follows Rat King in.
Sure.
Feel free.
Also follows.
Feel free to move your characters as you wish on this map. It is a map.
Well, the big question is, does it grow teeth and try to eat us?
I do ask them. I'll be honest, I'm used to working alone. Used to be work. Need to find a voice. Used to be working alone here. We can be discreet, or we can be forward. Leave it up to you guys.
Well, we could try discreet first, and then be forward second.
Sort of
I
like
have an idea.
after we get caught, then be forward.
Yeah.
Is this window open or closed?
The window itself is closed, but it is unshuttered. You can see in.
I want sleight of hand or stealthily try to open this window from outside.
Okay. You do try to. Yeah, go ahead. Give me a sleight of hand check if you're doing stealthily. Eight. Try to do it. Oh, I think my thing's stuck. And then you realize, oh, it's locked. The window is locked.
I don't think can any of us pick the lock.
What is
I
it
have
to
these
block?
tools.
So yeah, thieves' tools would be the thing to pick the lock with. You could try other things that would probably make it harder, or you could try and just bust it open, which would be strength based.
Well,
Or
we've-
think outside the box.
What? Oh, how about I try to use my thieves tools?
Okay, go ahead and make a thieves' tools dexterity check. So dexterity plus your proficiency bonus. You can actually set up custom skill checks, which I always do when I have like thieves' tools or other tool proficiencies.
So it's just a regular roll.
It's going to be
Plus-
dexterity plus proficiency, so plus 2. But essentially, that's what your skill checks are. It just lets you know if you have a bonus from an item or a potion or a spell effect,
So that,
or you are
so that'd be
proficient in it.
So that'll be a dirty 20.
That'd be a dirty 20. Yeah. You left the lock on the outside. Really easy to open.
Yeah, it's weird. Huh.
If you look behind yourself, you'll notice that that Simon is actually making notes as he watches you.
And I want to open it up ever so slightly, and I want to send Clementine in there.
Okay,
Well,
give me a moment.
well,
Give me a
okay.
moment. I need to refresh the page because the Roll20 is doing the thing to me where it opens up. If you open up a monster stat block or like a character stat block, it will not let me open it anymore.
Okay.
Until I
Well-
refresh the page.
Let me take that back. So I'm thinking of a familiar that I can see through, but technically this is just a little pet.
You could probably have trained the pet, but you would be able to communicate with it in any sort of way. So yeah.
Like, will you let me like see what they see, or?
I won't let you see what they see, but we could say that you could have it do a little reconnaissance, come back and squeak at you, and maybe you understand it a little bit.
Yeah, will you let me like have a basic understanding of mouse?
I will give you a chance for that to happen. Yes.
Okay.
But go ahead and have the rat roll a stealth check.
By itself. It's tiny.
Got Clementine's squeak in Morse code.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Wish I had speak. And I don't want to keep making little excuses like I speak to animals. Stealth checks, so that'll be a dex.
Yes, it would be dex for the rat.
13.
13?
Yep.
Yeah, so the rat goes around. As soon as I can open this up, I will. There we go.
I think once I get my subclass, I'll be able to do stuff like that, but not maybe quite yet.
Oh, the fun of being a level 1 character.
Yep.
Can't do anything.
Just there we go. So get this set. Oh, that's a sorry, it's my normal there's toggle. Trying to set something up so it could make it easier for me, and it wasn't already set up, but I'm used to it. Okay.
All I hear, Mark, is excuses.
But they're good excuses.
Yes.
So what you can see from the window is roughly this.
Oh, nice.
Bunch of boxes and everything, and there is a clear upper floor over you. That's some sort of landing or something, and this is the ground floor. You put Mousey, the mouse through, Clementine through. Gets a little bit after a moment. You hear like a hiss and a meow from a cat, and Clementine comes running back to you.
They have a cat.
We better turn back.
Is Clementine okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
That's good. So what I'm thinking is I'm just wondering, what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna try and find someone and beat them up and ask them questions? What are we doing here?
Beat
Could
up.
potentially be within my character. I haven't decided yet.
Isn't that a bit rash?
I said that's a bit rat, and I jump in the window.
How far is the window off the ground?
It's normal size, so it's probably just a couple of feet. Easy enough for any athletic short person to get through, or any normal sized.
So if someone had to like throw me through it.
I think Brutrik, if Sharptooth would allow him to do the little kid where it's just like under the arms and just gonna put them in, and then Brutrik will watch. Well, Simon, do you want to come through the window?
Not particularly, but I suppose I have to.
Yeah, best to stick together. I'm gonna go through the window, but I'm gonna wait for you to go first just so nobody grabs you when we're all inside.
Someone would do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You never been back grab before? Like nose out the window, like looking back out, and scurries back into the room.
Once I jump in, I immediately find the nearest cover, and I kind of make myself hidden.
Okay, so there are several boxes surrounding this sort of thing, so you can easily just get into the place without exposing yourself and get a bit of a look around of the room.
The blackout rooms remind me so much of StarCraft.
So there's a thing here, and I didn't have it set up for this one, that they can do real-time lighting, and you have to set up all the boundaries and everything like that, and things like that. I have it set up for a future map. We will use that as a test to see A, if everybody's computer can handle it, B, if it's enjoyable in even sort of tight quarters like that, because there's a neatness to it, but at the same time there's
A little annoying.
cumbersomeness to it, and you can't see what other people are doing, and it can get kind of boring. If everybody's around a corner fighting something, and you're like, "Oh, it sounds like they're having a great time over there." Well, I can't see it, so. But we'll see when you get to that point.
Yeah, I mean, when I used it, it was kind of buggy too. Like, remember that map that the whole thing just came visible?
Yeah, it's gotten a little better, and I do a little bit of testing, so. But we'll see.
I mean, I'd love to try it just to see. I mean, if I'm having this much trouble with the dice, though.
We'll see. It might be because it's not using 3D technology. It might not run as badly. So, in any case, let me describe the area.
Yes, please.
From what you can see, tables and chairs have been carelessly tossed across the floor. Bunch of boxes all around. Are in your area? It's mostly boxes. The tables and such are a little bit out here. Just glancing around, you don't immediately see anybody, and
is the
there's also, I should actually, let me do this. Sorry, I'm thinking at the same time. If you will look, oh come on, open the right thing. There we go. If you look to the right side of this, you will notice that there is an upper floor to this thing. Sort of like an overlooking balcony. Up here is a crane which lowers down. It looks like that's how they move some big things around from the upper floor to the lower floor. You are currently underneath just an overhead part of that thing. This entire area that you're in right over here is covered.
Okay. Do I see any evidence of like any bloodstains or anything on the ground? Like maybe someone was being interrogated.
Make a perception check.
Just to check, when you were saying about the tables earlier, have they been like knocked over, or are they just haphazardly set up somewhere?
They look to be knocked over, or at least carelessly moved around. Not so much as like out of the way, but just like where these tables should be standing. They're either broken or knocked over.
Okay.
Brutrik would also like to make a perception check to see if there's any sign of I guess were we ever described what the person was wearing that night?
You were described the clothings, yeah, but go ahead and make anybody who's doing that make perception or investigation checks. With the 10, you don't see anything from your point of view. There are too many boxes in the way.
I'm going to be investigating the boxes themselves.
Okay. Looking around, you don't. Well, even with a 9, it's not that hard to look inside of a box. You find a crate full of sandals, but these sandals aren't in style. They went out of style last year.
No,
Mousey owns 3 pairs.
Brutrik, with your 16.
And I have dark vision.
And your dark vision, so you're not hindered here. You don't quite see something, but you hear a lot of different types of sounds. Get over to there. They're all kind of like disconnected. Disjuncted, or is that a word? They all seem to be coming from this.
Yeah.
Dis what? Disjointed. Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking. Yeah. But they are all coming from the same area.
Okay. Is there an area in the room like it would be more to the
over there to the east side of the ground level?
Okay.
Is it common?
Yeah, Brutrik kind of crouches down to be with everyone, and whispers, "I can hear some things coming from over there," and then point to the direction. It's we can get closer, but we'll have to be stealthy. Would anyone like to come with me?
That's no problem. The night is my ally. You said it's from either side of like right here and right here.
All coming from roughly this area. So the southeastern sort of area of the building.
Because I know Brutrik's gonna want to just peek around the corner a bit more.
Okay.
I believe the height will allow him to just stand and look over the boxes that are currently there.
So with that case, I'd like everybody to go ahead and make a stealth roll with advantage, and Brutrik just make a normal stealth roll.
Yeah.
So not advantage.
And what does sneaky do to the roll?
What do you mean sneaky? Oh, the character. There's a race trait.
Yeah.
Should do it automatically. It adds your proficiency.
Okay, perfect.
To your stealth.
16.
16. None of you seem to catch the attention of anything else in the room. Looking in the specific area, Brutrik, you do see something. You see this. It is a short avian creature with long beak and black feathers, sort of looking south, seemingly talking to someone. The sounds that they are making are a weird mix, jumping in and out from common sound effects, different vocal patterns, I should say, but it's all coming from one creature.
So it's almost like a parrot talking, just...
In a sense, yeah.
Yep, just looks more raven-like.
Yeah. I would actually say it's more like a lyrebird that looks like a raven. But
okay.
Lyrebirds are less commonly known.
Yeah.
So,
But
Like chainsaw sounds.
Yeah, they're like the parrots on crack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do R2-D2s.
A little bit, yeah, they can.
So Brutrik's gonna tell everyone, "Hey everyone, there's like a bird person over there. So I think there's a bunch of people in this room. Do you think we want to avoid them and go upstairs? Or do you want to sneak up on them?"
I say to him, that would be a Kenku, a common sight in the underbelly of the city.
You would make a history check real quick, Joey.
Okay, well.
I feel like a reporter would know about these.
And you do it with advantage.
Or dictate my character for me, would you?
Well, that's the thing, is that you make a thing and then I do a roll to give you more information. I'm not saying this isn't something you're doing, but you would definitely know what a Kenku is, and this is a Kenku, obviously. You would also know that these would be less likely to be part of the Zentarum, and more likely part of the Zenithar Guild. Whether or not that means anything here, you don't know, but that's the information you recall.
So I say, I know the Xantar Guild employs Kenku on the regular. I don't think this is they're part of the Xantherum organization. This is very suspect.
Do you think they're hostages too?
You would look around and see them moving around and not hindered by anything. They actually, the one you see has a weapon.
Oh.
It's holstered, but it's he still has one.
I think we might be seeing a corporate takeover.
I have met a few before. Very excellent scribes. But never seen one armed before.
Well, they have wings, so.
Very funny.
Damn it, Joe, you get inspiration. Can't resist a good dad joke.
Okay, so this one hasn't seen us. I think we try to sneak upstairs, or
Is it possible that one of the group of people over there is Loon? Or do you think they'd keep him upstairs if he wanted to be upstairs? Because I mostly want to get to that guy and get out.
said we won't know until we look.
This one starts walking north. It's just kind of looking through the boxes.
Is this can we go under this stairway?
No. The stairway is pretty much filled with just directly under the stairway is filled with boxes. Directly behind the stairway, the 2 squares to the north of that is a wall.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna vote upstairs because usually you keep the good stuff upstairs.
I'm okay with.
I want. Okay,
Sorry.
sorry. Go ahead.
I mostly want to not fight if I can help it, so I'm also voting for upstairs.
I say, how about a distraction? And I want to fire an arrow to the wall, right around
Like
here.
Okay. Go ahead and if that's what you want to do right now, go ahead and make a dexterity. Let's go ahead and make an attack. We'll call it an attack.
Do it.
And see if you can hit the wall.
What is the AC of walls? I have to look that up.
That wall has has the mobile feat.
Not even a laser to shoot it through.
You the wall actually starts to crumble and the building begins to collapse. You do hit the wall right there. Goes over to investigate. Looks straight up at it. Looks down to the south. It says crossbow.
And I
Another
make
one
a
comes
hand.
up. And what do you guys do?
I want to try to rush up the stairs.
Yeah.
Rushing up the stairs.
Everybody make a stealth check with advantage, please. Everybody who's doing this, I should say.
Oh my goodness.
Darn it, Simon.
No,
Oh,
no,
it is-
advantage. So
Advantage.
Yeah.
you're
Trip over
fast.
your robes.
I think I'm okay. Oh, I'm just wondering, play-wise, how do we incorporate the possible clumsiness dice? Is that something?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
covered?
We want to do something.
I feel like I'm rolling too good, and needs to
I
be a
would
little-
say, well, so this would be the distraction. I'll say whenever you're handling something that's supposed to be dexterity, I will have you, and it's something that you could easily just be clumsy with.
Mhm.
I will have you roll a percentile for that, and we'll
Perfect.
we'll work from there.
DM's discretion. I always wonderful and terrifying at the same time.
Wild magic rolls. With that, Sharptooth, can you roll a second time because you get advantage?
What was that?
11.
11.
I got 10 last time.
So with that, Rat King, you very easily make it to the stairs and begin to ascend.
Dun, 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 dun.
Brutrik and Simon are about to go, but Sharptooth's going next. And then all of a sudden, the Kenku at the door, or at the thing, turns around because crossbow bolts get fired from the opposite ends of where they came from. So he does a 180 and sees you running across. And he goes, attackers! Basically just like that, too. It wasn't me messing up my voice. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
They were like, and then I shoot him with a crossbow.
I'm gonna have to clear all these off. Okay, everybody, please roll initiative.
I got a 0.
Classic Simon.
Right, down, left.
Let's see. I need to add Sharptooth.
Every time I hear the word sharp tooth, I think of Land Before Time.
Yeah, that's what I thought of it.
Sharptooth got a 23.
What's a natural 20?
Which goes up to a 23. So natural 20s generally only work in combat, although as a DM I prefer them to just automatically work on most skill checks anyway. And then Brutrik got a 17.
On initiative.
Which is what I rolled when I put them into the chat. Or into the thing. Okay.
Perfect.
And let me set the scene with some music. Hey, this is the Rat King's favorite song. Rat Battle.
Rat Battle. Yep.
With that, Sharptooth, you're up first as the Kenku has now pointed your way and shouted, "Intruders!"
I'm gonna grab my own crossbow and try shooting that one. Now that I suppose I'm pretty lined up with him, and he took a 180. So
yeah, you can easily see him. The stairs won't be blocking you at all.
Okay.
$21 will hit.
I think that's the first time I've ever.
You missed everything in the last battle.
And do max damage too.
Wow.
That one really hurt that Kenku. He gets it like right in the clavicle, and his wing just sort of spasms a little bit, and you're like, Anything else?
Right in the kisser.
Anything else, Sharptooth? Okay.
Nope, that was
With that, it is not Brutrik's turn yet, but let me clear up some of the things. So, Mousey, now that you are up on top, where's the correct tool? There it is. You'll get a better view of the upper floor. So if you'll go to the right side of the screen, you will, in shortly, just see that exposed.
Nothing up there that I can see.
There should have been. Let me fix that. Token layer. There we go. And I will move you over to here. You also can see. You also can see the rest of the ground floor now that I think about it. So let me bring that one up too.
The one up there hasn't seen me though, right?
Probably not. There's a big thing of stairs in the way. You do see a fourth one of these just to the east as well. So there are a total of 4 that you can see. Upstairs, I will describe really quick before we continue.
Mm-hmm.
The second level is stacked with crates where it overlooks the main warehouse. There's a crane, several other boxes, tables, random things. The only other thing is that you see in the bottom down here several corpses.
Mm-hmm.
No redheads, but several corpses.
For sure.
5 people.
Not just bodies, they're absolutely dead.
You can't tell from over here, but they appear to be pretty motionless. This upper Kenku is up next, and he's going to run over here to behind the crane and take a pot shot at Sharptooth. With a short bow. There it goes. Okay. Does a 13 hit?
Yes. Okay.
You take 5 piercing damage as you get a taste of your own medicine. So one doesn't quite hit the clavicle, but it might as well have. It hurts just the same.
Just slightly higher.
Mark, we're level 1.
Well.
That's what you get for jumping into a warehouse.
Next up is this one behind the boxes. It doesn't know where anything is, and it's just going to go ahead and go over here and take the dodge action. Because you're at level 1. Brutrik.
Brutrik. So what I want to do is I want to pick up Simon and not because I feel it would just be putting him in a grapple hold, so it wouldn't actually help moving him anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. You're probably either Sharptooth or Rat King. You could probably move at normal speed because they are both small creatures, or in sort of thing like that. But right now, you and Simon are kind of hidden from the Kenku. They seem to all see Sharptooth, and maybe Mousey or Rat King, but you two are still behind all the boxes.
All right. So I'm going to turn. Brutrik's going to turn to Simon and say, "Be quiet. Just stay safe, little buddy." And then I'm going to start moving in. I would like to get. I don't think I can move. Oh.
We'll let you know I'm at half health.
Yeah. That's what I want to get in between you and the.
5, 10. So if you want to move to like right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could easily get to that spot. Yeah. Because you can always climb over some of these boxes as well. They're just giving you cover. They're not impassable.
And I think that's all I can. Oh, I do have darts. I have.
Oh yes.
So, I would like to use my dart on the Kenku.
Probably the one that was hit.
Yes.
What is the range on a dart? Is it
20?
20. So this will be a disadvantage because he is 30 feet away.
All right. So how do I make sure it's disadvantage?
Just roll twice. If you don't have the Beyond 20 set up.
You can take control when you roll over it, and the dice will turn to a minus.
That's with Beyond 20. That's with the script. I don't know if they got that set up. Otherwise, just roll twice and it's okay. Uh, 24 does hit. Feel free to roll again to see if you get a natural 20. Oh, this is disadvantage. We have to see if it. I was thinking it was advantage. Come on, you can do it.
Almost.
You're a dart master.
Not as good as the last one.
But 15 still hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Piercing.
4 hours later, the roll finishes.
Yeah.
If you go into your, wait, you're not using Beyond 20.
Yeah, that's the we'll get them set up for that for the next thing.
Yeah.
4 is enough to kill this as it tries to just pull out the crossbow bolt that went into its clavicle. You throw a dart, and like a dartsman, bullseye right into the same clavicle. And he's like, ah! Goes falling down, and he falls down dead.
It's a natural darting, huh?
Is that the first time Brutrik ever killed someone?
That's the first.
On purpose. It's the first time on purpose.
That's pretty canon. Yeah.
You're gonna have horrible PTSD after this. Never gonna want to play darts
There was
again.
that one time he was serving somebody in the bar, and he accidentally turned around too fast and sent somebody into the pit. And
Well, we don't
But
know
I mean,
if they
that-
died.
That happens once. That happens once every month. At least.
it doesn't count if you can't find the body.
Yeah.
He goes,
They could still always
goes-
still be alive.
does he go like, oh, that's one birdie sleeping?
No. I'm pretty Brutrik will just like say like a monk prayer, close his eyes, and get ready for the next whatever's to come. And that's the end of my turn.
I mean, they are evil. They deserved it.
Who are we to judge?
Who am I to judge? What is
so
true?
so yeah. You basically say so you said like whatever to come. Kenku comes up and in your exact same voice says the last couple of words back to you.
Oh,
And takes out a short sword. Does a 14 hit?
yeah. Yes, it does.
14. You take 6 piercing damage.
How do I have more AC than you guys?
Brutrik didn't put everything into dexterity, remember?
Because to make it more clumsy.
Yeah, trying to play like, which is, it's just counterintuitive to the class.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm all for playing against type. Rat King, you were up.
Hold on a second. I just want to make sure DM me is saying, making sure that Steph that Sam put on her, equipped her leather, but seems like she should have more than 13.
Just be leather is dexterity +1 plus.
Okay, so just so you know, she did not have her leather armor equipped.
I did not.
Oh, so what's it bring you up to?
The whole time.
Oh my god.
What's it bring you up
So,
to?
14.
Still hits
Yeah.
because they got a 14. So
Okay.
with
Yeah.
the hit,
Oh,
the
yeah.
tie goes to the hitter.
Yeah.
Okay, so
To
but
make all
yeah,
the
just
difference.
remember, in order to, you have to equip your stuff. Okay. Yeah. And Butrick is naked, so it doesn't matter.
Apologies for not spotting that before we started. Still,
Yeah. It all worked out in the end. So
Okay, so I'm
uh,
gonna crossbow the one on the second floor. I'm
okay.
gonna hop up on a crate and crossbow attack.
22 hits for 7 damage. As this thing it puts out a very like a cat yelp, like "Meow!" as it gets hit in the chest with a crossbow bolt. And you said you were gonna jump on there. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Simon, what says you?
Very, very nerdy and terrified noises, but basically it's going to move up to just behind that big box and is watching what's going on. Sees that Bugbear is getting hurt and stop that! Stop that! I say, and cast Firebolt on the one that just ended up slashing them.
An 8 does not hit, unfortunately.
Darn! I was hoping that was the damage. Yes, bolt of fire just flies out wildly.
You kind of like, stop that, I say, and then you duck down, but then you're like, oh, I gotta fire it. And then you reach your hand up and just blind fire, and it goes past.
Ducks down at the same time as firing.
Unfortunately misses. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Level 1, Sharptooth.
Also, I didn't get any of my spells back.
Yep.
The same day.
Sharptooth, you were up.
So I'm gonna try running back for cover.
Okay.
I totally got owned there.
Do you don't want to make it up the stairs?
I don't know if that's still. I want to get pretty covered by these boxes because I'm not in a good place.
That could be useful because cover assists with dodging pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move 20 feet here, but I will still shoot. I know Brutrik is actually in between Sharptooth and the.
You can you can shoot before you move, so you'll just say that you take your shot and then run out of the way.
So that's the really annoying tactic you have.
Oh, the what is the bonus action of Nimble Escape?
Well, no, you're not within reach anyway, so it won't matter. You can just
Oh,
shoot
yeah.
and then move. There's no rule saying you have to move first.
You can pull a Max Payne and do a dive in slow motion behind something while firing.
Yep. So just go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh boy.
Six unfortunately does not hit you pretty much pull a Simon where you run back and shoot at the same time.
Yeah.
Would you like to do anything else?
Did you have?
Bardic Inspiration? It's probably the only
I
thing
will
you'd be
do
able to do.
Bardic Inspiration to Brutrik.
Okay. With that, the Kenku at the top of the stairs turns to the side, run back behind some cover here, and then shoot his short bow at Mousey, or at Rat King. With a dirty 20 to hit, doing 6 piercing damage.
But Mousey isn't even here.
That's how good his shot was.
I realized right before that turn started, I said, shouldn't I have just hid? But then I don't think I can.
You are a ranger and not a rogue, so if you're a rogue, you would be able to do that as a bonus action, but as a ranger, you cannot.
Why does me there was a crate here. I could have
Yep.
chopped down. But
Does he get cover?
He would if he jumped down, but he's on top of the boxes. He's gonna spend. This one's gonna spend the rest of his movement just kind of like running to the back of the upper floor. Joey, did you take your damage? There you go.
you go rushing the
This,
sink.
this next one is he runs back a bit. You start hearing him messing with the lock. Brutrik, you're up.
What?
Brutrik's hurt pretty bad. One more hit like that, and I'm definitely dead. So,
You have Bardic Inspiration.
so just to go over again, like, what does that do?
So Bardic Inspiration, after you roll a d20, but before you know the results, you can say, I want to use my Bardic Inspiration. It lasts for 10 in-game minutes. You can use that, and you get to roll a 1d6 and add it to your result.
Okay. So it'd work perfectly because it takes forever for my dice to roll. I do think I can do... they're going next turn, though, right?
They will be, yeah.
And then also, I know in my inventory I have the healing, the herbalist.
Oh, you have the healer's kits, right?
Yeah. So I was just wondering about, just really quickly, how does that...
So let me take a look to make sure exactly what you have. Just to give you the right roll. So you have... Oh, you have an herbalism kit. So you can basically, I believe there are rules for this that you can make between games or during downtime, I should say.
Okay.
You can spend time to make potions. I'll have to look up the specifics, but you would be able to do that.
Okay.
In combat right now, it's not really going to do anything unless you want to smack somebody with it.
Perfect. Alright.
So if what you're trying to do is you want to kind of run away, you can disengage as an action and then just kind of like run and hope they don't come after you.
Yeah.
I do have healing on my stuff, and I probably should have done that instead of Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah. Because the thing is I think I could punch it to death. But
Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action.
Oh,
And that heal is probably an action.
oh, okay, yeah.
The heal you have is Healing Word, which is a bonus action.
Oh,
It
okay.
says under time 1BA. So Healing Word is the bonus action, Healing Touch is the action. So if you want to do that instead, we can retcon it and say that's what you did. It was just very
And you can also-
inspiring.
And you can also just do a regular attack if you didn't.
Well, she did attack when it missed.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried shooting. Totally went off. Yeah, I will.
Let me hear your healing words.
Does an awesome power ballad.
I click.
So on spells, you can click cast on healing word down in the spell list.
Yeah.
Or you can click on the effect where it has the 1d2 plus 4. Just make sure that when you cast it, one of your spell slots has been used up.
So it's just gonna be like, go get him, Tiger.
And you get 6 health back, Brutrik.
Push me back up.
It's everything you lost. Perfect.
Yeah.
So Brutrik is feeling absolutely fantastic after healing, although short and sweet, but very emotionally powerful. Go get him, Tiger. And so Brutrik remembers his monk training and attacks the Kenku with all the ferocity of the tiger inside of him.
Go for it. Also,
Bugbear.
Sharptooth, make sure that your spell slots, you only used 1 spell slot, so should be only one of those checkboxes ticked, not 2.
Okay.
You probably clicked it twice or something like that, so just make sure. So you still have 1 more spell.
I did
For
use
trick.
summer last fight.
Oh, okay, you're right then you've used both.
Yeah, use that thunder thing.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that hits just because you were going to be inspired, so I'll give you a +1, so it does hit the Kenku.
Alright, and then so damage. And then I'm going to be doing a bonus action of punching it again. If it's
Yes.
still standing.
It's the eye of the tiger.
4.
It's the will of
4 damage to it. That's good, because while you're rolling your next one, I can just describe the attack. So you take your first one, you just basically kind of like grab him by his cloak and then just smack him in the face. And then as you let go of his cloak, you kind of like flourish your hand a little bit to smack him a second time with your other hand. 25 will definitely hit. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yep,
Roll your damage.
get it. Give it a second.
Yeah. It is. You'll see it is rolling the extra dice for you automatically, so you could kill him.
Whoa.
Eventually.
And it is enough to kill him.
Wow.
Hooray for murder!
Come on, you basically take your other hand, you smack him across the head, and it cracks his neck. And he falls limp.
Oops.
And I dropped the body to the floor.
Ba-dum. Oh no, I broke the body. I'm going to be working here for the next year. Anything else, Brutrik?
Brutrik drops the body and looks back and gives a big thumbs up to Sharptooth. Thanks, buddy. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next Kenku is dead. Rat King, you're up.
Okay. Fire at the one at the top again.
Okay. I'm going to say he's got +2 cover because he is trying to duck behind some of the stuff. But a natural 20 hits.
Nice. This is a very lucky game right now.
10 damage.
As he is running back here, you hit him on his retreat, and he falls off, getting a railing kill, falling right here just next to this table.
Dead shot.
Change of unlock.
Brutrik, you hear a... And you look over, boxes away, but you're pretty sure you saw something fall behind those boxes.
It somehow manages to do the Wilhelm scream.
Wow!
Key perfect.
When you said that we heard locks, going when the one person moved away. Did like everyone hear that?
Anybody who saw him run towards the door, so probably Mousey and Brutrik did. Everybody else could kind of don't really know what that sound would be related to. Like everybody else can be like, oh, he's probably running towards the door. So
I don't think me or Sharptooth even know he's there, because we never saw him as far as I know.
This is true. But with that, Simon, you are up.
Can I say as a bonus action, basically, I shout, one's trying to escape through the front door to Simon.
Let's see. Okay, I will...
Okay.
10, 15. He'll manage to basically hobble over the crates and glance over some more of them, and you there, cease what you're doing. Stop, and fire a warning shot across her nose.
It does hit. If you want to hit him and actually do damage, you can. Otherwise, you can try and intimidate him if you want instead. We can just take that 20 as an intimidation check.
No, I fired up her nose, not across it.
It does 5 damage as it's when you're eating a spicy pepper and you accidentally laugh.
Oh.
Feel the spiciness in the nose.
Or maybe a spicy meatball.
Meatball.
Oh dear. Sorry.
The Kenku kind of like, sorry, and just drops his things and puts his wings up. Actually, he doesn't have wings. He has hands. They are Kenku. They have hands.
First day on the job. Bar fight, troll, breaking and entering.
This is he is surrendering. Sharptooth, you are up. If you'd like to stop, we can just go ahead and stop and get out of combat. Or if you're going to just be like Sharptooth and just try and bash somebody with a guitar, go for it.
I'm good with like stopping and not just being like, I'm gonna kill somebody. So like, that's more work opposed to, okay, if we're done, we can just go and talk to them.
You're metal, but you're not that metal.
I'm the foil of metals. And with that, we are out of combat.
Yay!
Pick some gloomy music, so I didn't get any warehouse music.
I do a dramatic jump off the railing.
Roll a dexterity check, because that's 10 feet down and you're 3 feet tall.
I was gonna say, is there fall damage?
There is fall damage. Basically, every 10 feet is 1d6 worth of bludgeoning damage, up to a maximum of 200. 200 feet.
That is incredible.
There is a thing where there's feather fall.
Okay.
There is.
Where I could make it.
Yeah, you land perfectly. Although on your hands, oddly enough, because that was a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, but yeah.
It's probably close enough to just be.
Yeah, you do that Black Widow spread out landing.
3-point landing.
Brutrik's very impressed. He knows how hard that is to do.
The Kenku kind of like steps away from the door and says, "My give up, my give up."
Simon's just nervously keeping his hands held up as if to cast a spell, though doesn't really want to. But
yep,
I've got him held.
Brutrik would like to...
go ahead.
What? Yeah? Yes, right.
I was going to ask Brutrik, saying, Brutrik, assist me.
All right.
You know, I want you to stand behind me and look intimidating.
Yeah.
And I run up to this Kenku, grab him by the collar, and go, "Who are you working for?"
Grab him by the collar, looking up.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting
he kind of says back to you in a deep voice with an orcish accent. Xanathar sends his regards. Sorry.
That's I guess Brutrik says.
There you go. Oh god.
Oh. No, sorry, you first. Sorry.
No, you first. You
Go
first.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, you
I'm
first.
gonna yell out. It's like, talk about the Floon guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you know Floon? Where is Floon?
Floon. Kind of like cocks his head. I'm giving you inspiration because that was funny.
Talk about Floon. You mean Floon? Yeah. Yeah, guy.
Floon
There you go.
tilts his head, and you can tell he doesn't know the name.
He goes, these guys are Xanathar. He points to the bodies. Those are probably the Zerahim, wherever it is.
Kind of looks back at them and kind of looks at you as like, nods, get to the Zeds! Says in this very... I don't know why I did in that voice, but that's the voice he has, why not?
It could be anything.
So, to explain Kenku a little bit before we move forward. The Kenku, the lore in D&D is that at some point in the past they pissed off their god or some deity type thing or something, and cursed this entire lineage with no flight and no ability to make their own sounds, no creativity. They are, however, able to mimic anything that they have heard almost to a perfect match. Whose voices, sound, and sense. This is like a lyrebird or a parrot. So hence also why they have hands. They don't have flying wings. They're not Aarakocra, which are the actual flying bird race that you can be.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine a couple of these things coming from different voices, and a couple of them are a visual sort of. I like to describe it as an audio version of a kidnapping ransom note that has all the letters cut out of different magazine clippings.
Yeah.
It's like they're talking like
a
that.
synthesizer.
Yeah,
They can
yeah.
only repeat sounds they've heard, so it's different pieces.
Yeah.
So it's like Bumblebee a bit when he's going through the radio.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just not Michael Winslow, so I can't add sound effects and other random things.
I would like to tie up this Kenku.
Okay, it's easy enough.
One of the others just to check these bodies to make sure they have the winged snake tattoo.
I think
Just to confirm that they're
For humor's sake, we're sending Simon.
yeah.
You really got tying knots.
Simon,
Daddy did.
please check those dead bodies. Make sure they have the brand, the tattoo.
Tooth, I bet, just pushes you forward, Simon.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I want to, write a note when I type this Kenku that says, "Sent to the police. You're a neighborhood friendly rat king." They want to kick him outside. Well, we'll do that later. I'll knock him out and kick him outside when all this is done.
Looking at the bodies, you do notice that there are dozen men lie along the corpses of a dozen men lie along the walls. There are rapiers and daggers lying nearby. These do have they are 5 humans that have the winged snake tattoo on them. The other 7 humans do not. They do not have any do not have any tattoos that you recognize on them. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, they do. They have this symbol. They put it in the next sentence of my notes, so...
So the surprise you
Wait, it's a snake with 4 wings.
It is a an eyeball with a circle around it with 10 equidistant spokes going around the outside. Rat King and anybody else that is from Waterdeep would most likely know this is the symbol of the Xanathar Guild, run by Xanathar, the Beholder.
We got the Xanathar season. Let's hope for that one.
Do any of them match the description of who we're looking for?
None of them have red hair, so they do not match the description of Flood.
He is not one of them, though some of them have a different tattoo from the dragon one. It looks like a spiked wheel.
The Kenku kind of looks back at you when you say that, and in the same voice as earlier, Xanathar sends his regards.
Good for him.
The Sharptooth will be like, "Did you check the pockets?" And then he's gonna start scurrying over to the bodies, knowing that like they none of them were like a danger because Simon already checked that out.
Still standing, they're probably okay.
Yeah, so I'd like to check the pockets for anything of the.
Right, to touch the corpse. Right, just a sec.
I'm gonna go, shut your beak, and I tie his beak.
He loses his stomach.
You find among them about 11 silver pieces in the several bodies.
Simon has to go over and lean against the boxes as he throws up.
I will add that to our. Usually in our games, we have like a shared inventory where we just put spare gold. So we'll put that in.
It's so much easier than trying to keep track of everybody's individual items. Or like, who picked up that potion of healing?
I don't know. Yeah.
Unless we're given money individually, then it usually goes into the shared inventory.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Cool. All right, yeah, just you can divvy it up after. It's works for you guys.
So Brutrik turns to Rat King and says, "When you were up there, did you see anything else?"
I go, I did see a door. Need to check to see if Flood is up there.
I should say at this point as well, you do see looking at the bottom, not only is there a door up in the northeast part of this, there is also a door behind the stairs. Looks to be going into some sort of small room or closet. Right about here.
I might as well check the bottom one first.
We're already here.
Yeah.
So Brutrik's gonna walk over.
Somebody with more HP, please.
That's Brutrik.
So wait, am I the most at 9?
Yeah. Well, shit. I don't know.
Simon wasn't hit, but he is. Yeah, Simon wasn't hit, but he's a wizard.
Yeah, so I'm unhit, but I still have less.
Right. Brutrik opens the door and
going on in, or opening the door, I should say, before you go in. Where was it? There it is. So the door on this hangs loosely on broken hinges. You go open it up. It's a cramped chamber. Smells strongly of sour fish and vinegar. It's filled with discarded ropes, canvas tarpaulins, and splintered wood from smashed barrels. There is also a large tarpaulin on the floor, blue tarp, that has a big bulge under it.
Brutrik would like to lift up the tarp and say, "Hey, I think there's something in here," to the group.
As you do that, there's a man under it. Someone with red hair. Ah! Hello?
Hello, are you?
Hi. No, I'm not Floon. Floon was my friend. He was taken. You're not one of the bad guys or the other bad guys that out-bad guyed the other bad guys?
No, I think I'm one of the good guys.
Oh. Well, that's good. Can we come out of the closet then? Don't read into that, but can we come out of the closet then?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh my god. He kind of like rushes out, kind of cautiously, but first, and then just takes a big whiff.
Yeah.
Because then Brutrik would just say, Hey everyone, look, it's not Floon.
Hello,
Flume.
all. Oh dear. You're
You
here
know
for.
what? You know what Floon is?
Okay. Okay. First off, let me introduce myself. I am Renair Neverember. You may know my estranged father as the former Open Lord. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for coming and rescuing me. Who are you all?
Brutrik says, "Hello, I'm Brutrik. Nice to meet you."
Hi.
I'm a protector of the city.
Well, nice to meet you. Oh,
Sharptooth Braithwaite here.
hey, I have some of your records or
Oh,
gramophones.
yeah.
Gramophones.
Have you? They're not real records if they ain't signed. So
I
sometimes.
mean, totally. Oh my God, I can't believe this is. I have loved your works. Okay, honestly, I've loved it since last year. But I own your records. I'm an honor.
Great. This is. No, yeah. I love this feeling. I'm just gonna keep going with that.
Oh, and hello. You got a little something on your mouth back there.
Greetings.
Hi. Thank you for all rescuing me. I need to get a voice for him, so it's not just me. Thank you for all rescuing me. So no, I'm not Floon. I came here with. I was brought here with Floon. Floon, and myself were at the Skewered Dragon the other night. Oh god, it's like 2 days worth of fish smell. Oh. Anyway,
It's kind of a rough part of town for the son
yeah.
of the Open Lord.
Well, he's no longer the Open Lord, and he embezzled a whole bunch of money. So people don't like to mess with me. In any case, I came to the Sewer Dragon. I met up with my friend Floon. He got a little drunk when we were there. I was going to walk him home. We got half a block in front of that purple store, and then we were jumped by a couple of those guys down there, the snake tattoo ones.
Mm-hmm.
Brought us here. And then the bird folks and then the other guys came and killed all those, and they took Floon. I managed to run into this closet, and that wasn't found, but they took Floon. I think they thought he was me. And you do notice that this person, Renair, does match the description of Floon to a degree. So you can see that this mix-up would definitely be something.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying they thought they were grabbing the ex-Open Lord's son, but what they were really grabbing was just a guy named Floon.
Yes, granted, a friend of mine, but who sent you, by the way?
I don't know. I just took the money.
That's fair.
Man named Volo. Heard of him?
Oh, Volo, yes.
Heard of him? Do you know that man?
Oh my God! Stop! I was kidnapped for 2 days.
Sorry. It's all the adrenaline.
Because yes, he's a better friend of Floon. Floon knows him better than I do, but I'm familiar with him. Oh, he must be worried sick. Oh, thank goodness someone was looking out for him. Oh.
We definitely weren't here for you.
I understand. I mean, I feel like I should be insulted by that, but like it's true, so kind of okay with it.
Like Floon is not Floon. Volo hired us to go find your friend Floon. Do you think he's still in the building?
No, he was taken. You see,
he was taken too.
A couple other the bad guys with the circle-y thing. Look, I think that the Zentarum, and I guess those other bad guys as well, they think that my father embezzled lots and lots of gold while he was the Open Lord. And that he hid the dragons somewhere in the city. Dragons, as we've mentioned, are the name of the currency gold.
Yes.
So he hid all of those somewhere in the city. They think they can find it out by using some sort of, I don't know, magical artifact. It's called the Stone of Galore, which was in the hands of the Xanathar Guild, the Circly guys, until recently. Apparently someone stole it.
Yep.
The Zens thought I knew something about all this, but I don't, and I haven't talked to my father in years, so I don't know why they would think that.
History
this,
checks to know if I've heard of it.
You've heard of, you've probably heard of all this, and Mousey, Rat King, you would know this as well, even without a roll. This is pretty... You would have definitely got this in your studies, and Rat King, you would know this from the underground connections. So all this is kind of true.
It's like,
To a degree. You don't know if the Stone of Galore actually will do something. You've never really heard of that before, but the embezzlement, hiding the dragons somewhere in the city, is all true.
It's like all the orphan kids are like, one day I'm gonna find the embezzled dragons and be rich. Yeah, and save the orphanage from closing down.
What supposedly does the stone end up doing?
I don't know the specifics, but I think it's somehow the key to finding or opening wherever the location of the dragons are supposed to be. If it's a magical item, it's an artifact of some sort. I don't know.
Normally I wouldn't believe in such tall tales, but coming from the son of the former Open Lord, perhaps there's some truth to this legend.
Why would I lie about this? I was stuck in a closet for 2 days. It smelled like fish and vinegar.
That's what I said. That's why I was implying that. You want to go back in the closet? I could do it.
No, I would rather not. Thank you.
So
Now, can you pretend to be Floon so we can get our reward? No, I'm just kidding.
We'll never know.
Should modify memory spell on him, and he thinks he's Flume.
No, we put a red wig on the Kenku, and
say sorry.
Cyrano de Bergerac, whatever his name is, with the Kenku. There you go.
So Brutrik turns
do
to
what?
everyone and
Red Brutrik?
so Brutrik turns to everyone and says, "Well, if there's nothing really up top for us to look through, we should probably get Neverember here back to safety."
Didn't he say there was a door up there?
There.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to sneeze on me, Mr. Red. Oh, okay. I'll just cover your mouth next time.
I agree we need to get you back to safety, but I know I'm going to pass up the chance to check out the
Zentarum warehouse.
Zentarum, yeah.
Feel free, as long as we're clear now. I don't mind just sort of waiting off. You over there, you're a wizard, it seems, right?
indeed, straight from Candlekeep.
That's a great place. You wouldn't happen to know the whole what is it? Prestidigitation?
I do, in fact.
Could you maybe clean up my clothes and smell a little bit with that?
Yes, of course. Ends up casting that to remove the smell.
Oh my God! Thank you. Oh my God! I did not want that. These are my favorite clothes. Oh, so good. He thanks you profusely. There we go. As you get up to the door, there is a door.
Do you want me to open this one too, Rat King?
Huh. Well, if you insist.
All right. I open the door, or Brutrik opens the door.
The door disappears because it is now ajar.
Ooh.
Oh.
Shape-shifting doors. You open it up. There is a rat inside this, what appears to be a waiting room of some sort, a little plant in the corner. And this, you would assume, looks more like a sturdier door to the north, which is some sort, probably the front door onto the street.
In time.
On the second floor?
Yeah, so it's a split level. That's what I meant the last time. The front is sort of up a level, but that's with the street there. There is a rock wall that kind of just goes down an entire floor, and that's where the back is. So,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, you entered from like the back alley.
I will
That
say
sort of runs.
Sharptooth's icon just like exploded off the screen somewhere.
Oh,
I am-
I see.
Yeah, I am with yeah. Thank you.
There you go.
Brutrik steps into this apparently very cramped space.
There is you can't see it from what I did, but there is a door to the left.
So
Keep an eye on this rat.
Rat kind of like eyes you back.
thanks, Rat King. And then I'm going to choose the door on the left because the other one seems too much like an entrance door.
Okay. This one, there are another couple of rats that scurry when you open.
There's more rats in here, Rat King.
There are two more doors as well. There you go. These ones are all offices, it seems. Like this seems like just where people would work, maybe count the supplies, count money, whatever they're doing. There are two windows that lead into the street.
Okay.
Or that look out into the street.
Can Sharptooth look for if there's any like money anywhere?
Make an investigation check.
No, that's gonna be great.
I'll just go ahead and open the other two because they're roughly the same thing. More rats in here, and the rats are kind of pacified by the Rat King, as if there's a connection.
How mysterious.
It's funny. It's like when
Well, you're looking for money. I'm going to search for paperwork. Or any,
Okay.
Any,
Roll an investigation check if you're looking for paperwork.
I can, like how they caught, what's his face on tax evasion and not, like, mafia business.
Right. 9 and a 7. So, a couple things. One, actually, when you enter this room, Renair and Simon down at the bottom do hear like a little ding dong type thing. There's like a bell that goes off when somebody enters the offices. So, to alert the other people in the thing. Sharptooth, you don't find any money. And Rat King, because you were specifically looking for papers, you find a couple things that make this suggest that this is used as a front of some sort for smuggling or other things. Mainly, this could just be a hideout that does have legitimate business, but is otherwise sort of just doing petty larceny, things like that, whatever. But you do find an item.
An item?
First magic item. You find a paper bird. This is a magic item that you can write a short message on. Speak a creature's name, and the parchment magically folds into a tiny paper bird and flies to the recipient whose name you uttered. As long as the recipient is on the same plane as existence of you, otherwise the bird turns to ash as it takes flight. It is also very weak, so you're probably not going to be able to send this to somebody across the continent with it surviving. But there you go. You can also add this on your D&D Beyond, as I have purchased the common magic items, or the magic items on Waterdeep. So it will be there.
Cool.
And, okay. Rat King is going to make a note to alert the authorities of this, but part of them knows that they probably already know, and they're just letting it slide.
You know that sound, Rat King? That is the sound of, I don't know, maybe a dozen City Watch heading this way.
hear something?
Yes, you hear the City Watch probably making their way here.
In which entrance? The street next to me?
Probably the lower area.
Hmm.
What do you do?
I go, to Simon isn't here. I say to the others, Fuzz is coming. Or the authorities are coming. I'm going to make myself scarce. And I'm going to try to exit through this front door.
Okay. Front door is locked, but it is kind of like one of those inside deadbolt things that you're able to unlock. So you are able to get onto the street and invade what's going on. Down to the bottom, however, as Sharptooth and Brutrik leave the things, or they can follow Rat King. It's up to that. It's up to you two.
That like the soldiers are coming.
Yeah.
As Sharptooth.
Is there any way to alert?
You just yell down there. It's an open area, so.
It's like, hey everyone, come up here. The watch is gonna come through that door.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? It's the watch.
Yeah, it may not be a bad thing for Raynar.
They might assume some things about you with all those dead bodies.
This is fair, but we have that Kenku over there, and he is still kind of like tied up. He's not been trying to leave.
Their words aren't exactly reliable.
They start opening the large warehouse door.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so from behind the officers, Mousey is gonna go, well, what's all the commotion here? What's going on?
With that, you see basically you see a dozen veterans and one sergeant. This one comes over. Police, official city watch work, young one. Go play with your friends. Also, shouldn't you be in bedtime? School tomorrow.
Imagine Mousey
But
being like
a
really
mistake for you. I see how that's maybe a common mistake for you to make. I am actually 2021, sir, and I am a.
I know. I
halfling,
assumed
so
you were
I'm
in college.
quite. Oh, I thought you were a racist for a minute, but that's so lovely that you aren't. I was actually doing a report on this factory because I heard it was a front for some ne'er-do-wells, and when I was approaching, I thought I heard some commotion, and lo and behold, here you are.
Well, that's good. Well, as long as you're part of the press, I can't generally keep you out. We are pretty transparent here. Just don't get in the way and listen to orders.
I would love to get a quote. I would love to get a quote in the front page news on the.
All right, you can quote Hyestus Staggett, Sergeant Hyestus Staggett. We will find out what happened here because we just got here, and he just moves in.
While they're all talking about that, would I have the opportunity to leave?
Yeah, you would have gotten warning. You would have gotten
you.
warning. Yeah, you would have gotten warning from Brutrik or Sharptooth or Racking yourself. So if you wanted to run upstairs, Renee will be here.
I just haven't had a chance to ask yet.
Renee will be like, I'll keep it on the download. Okay.
So, like, Brutrik would have left the building.
it was Sharp.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are all hiding out, except for Mousey. You guys are all hiding out either across the street or nearby at the front. So there's still going to be things here, and you're still aware of it because Mousey is here. So let me go explain what kind of goes on.
Mm-hmm.
So they sort of end up coming in here. It's not really a gag if it's wrapping the mouth shut. The muzzle. They demuzzle Kenku. Start trying to interrogate them as best as they could. Find the note on here. I was like, oh, that Rat King guy again. Looks like he did a handiwork. Oh, Hey, citizen!
Surely
Is
you don't
Rainier-
mean
Go ahead.
the dead bodies in the corner.
He's looking at the Kenku first, but then he's looked up at as Rainier comes across outside the corner around the thing with his hands up. Dead bodies in the corner, you say? That's it. Oh, that's that smell. Oh gosh. Yes. Let's. They start cordoning things off, getting like the medical people, not medical people, but the sergeant, the people more familiar with taking care of the dead bodies. Come on in. Rainier steps up and says, "I can explain what happened. Several people who wished to remain anonymous came and saved me." He sort of explains the whole thing going on. Floon, leaving the party out of it, with the exception of the Rat King, since the Rat King was here. Mousey, you get all this information down for your paper. And he says, all right, well, we will look the other way for this because, well, we know who you are, Mr. Neverember. Just, if you have any other information, bring it to a City Watch station, and, well, he hands him a piece of paper. It's like, just because if you come across those others, hand them the code legal. And Rainier takes a piece of paper, which you assume has some sort of legal guidelines on them, and sort of leaves.
I go, that is excellent work, officer. You handled that with precision and grace. And you might want to check the offices on the second floor. Wink.
Very well. They go up and do that. They do find information that you've left out. This warehouse being a front. It doesn't really have enough information to tie anybody to it, other than the fact that this is Zentarum. But they'll likely either close this down or put more guard people around it just to keep it cool for the next couple of days or whatnot. Thank you, citizen. Thank you, journalist. Now, if you may, could you please vacate the area if you've taken your information?
Remember,
this
tell
is
your
an
friends-
this is an active crime scene. Yeah.
Tell your friends, knee deep in Waterdeep.
Yes, I'm more of a Waterdeep Times myself.
Yeah,
I'm more of a Waterdeep Times myself, but I will let you know. Thank you.
I go, yeah, they all are. I just kind of walk out.
You walk out. Rainier, you spot him as you leave, heading up the things that get out of the way. He kind of looks around. Eventually, he makes his way over to the three of you, sort of actively looking you guys out. As I assume you were not just vacating the area as much as you were sort of hiding out, waiting for Rat King to show back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where did he go?
A lot of loitering. Like, and then I guess as soon as we see Rainier again, it's like, hey Rainier, how did everything go inside?
I talked to them. I have some strings I can pull. It's all fine. They think that the Rat King did it. I left your names anonymous and didn't even describe you. He wanted me to. The sergeant wanted me to hand this out to you. And he hands you a copy of what is known as the Code Legal. The basic laws.
The Rat King is kind of perched up on a sill. Kind of
As rats
listening
do. So the Code Legal is basically just the things that are illegal in the city for the most part.
Nobody harm any gods, whatever you do.
However, I don't know where Mr. Rat King went. However, if I may, we still need to find Floon.
Yeah. And you said that they're the ones who took him. The other gang.
The Stanathar Guild, it appears. I would like to accompany you if possible. If you need to rest up first, I completely understand. However, time is possibly of the essence.
I did get shot in the chest, so I would like to take a bit of a breather.
You guys can take the benefits of a short rest. At this point, if you'd like to take a long rest, there'll be a discussion for all of you.
Short rest. Can you clarify that?
So here's what happens. Here's the difference between short rest and long rest. So short rest is basically an hour's worth of no major activity. You're all just resting. You're chilling out. At the end of a short rest, you can do this on D&D Beyond. There's a resting short rest confirm. Double click that, or a second time to confirm it. You'll get a couple of things back based on your class. Things are usually reset either after a long rest or a short rest.
Yeah.
And you can spend hit dice. Now, your hit dice are a certain dice type based on your class, and you have the same number of dice as you are levels. So everybody right now has one hit die. You are able to roll that during a short rest, to get hit points back based on what you rolled plus your Constitution modifier. At the end of a long rest... Oh, go ahead, Joey.
I was going to say I'm good for a short rest. So
Yeah.
I work best at night.
I think I'm good for short rest. Like, just even the things that you've said so far. That sounds...
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, I'll take it for
The-
short rest if everyone else is.
Yeah.
The long rest basically is 8 hours of non-strenuous activity, 6 of which you must be asleep unless you are a construct like a Warforged or an elf or a half-elf or another type of half-elf, because they get to just do a trance. What that is that afterwards you will be fully rested. You can only take one long rest in a 24-hour period. And you get all of everything pretty much gets reset. Everything that's short or long rest happens, comes back, and you get all your hit points back and half of your total hit dice back, up to the total. So you can't have more. That's not going to matter right now because you're a level 1. But for the most part, a short rest right now, you'd be able to just roll a die and get health back.
I think time is of the essence.
Mhm.
Should find this guy as quickly as possible.
Let's just sleep on it. No.
But you can essentially, if you hit short rest at the very top, you can. There's a button to roll a hit die or a little check mark underneath your class, and you can use that to get the hit points back.
Yeah, and then it'll automatically add it. So,
Okay.
I find a
short rest.
little cumbersome on D&D Beyond, but that's essentially what you do.
Yeah, and make
short
sure
rest
to
is good.
double click the take short rest. Otherwise, it won't do anything.
It's got the countdown, so you don't accidentally click it and completely reset all your health. So you'll just have to click it another time during the countdown.
So wait. So there's 2 checkboxes: reset maximum HP, or automatically apply healing with dice result.
I forget the specifics. First off, make sure it's a short rest.
Yep, that is short rest.
Okay. And then let me just actually take a look. Just do automatically apply healing with dice results.
And then also it has Bard and then an option for another checkbox. So I check that.
You probably regain a spell slot or something.
So bards do. Let me make sure because it might be. I forget if it's a level 1 thing.
Yeah.
Bards do have Song of Rest. No, Song of Rest is at level 2. So let me go into your thing and actually see what that little extra checkbox is.
Okay.
I don't think those 2 check marks actually do anything. But if you use the check mark underneath your class, it will then list like 1d6 or 1d8 or something like that with a heart. And then if you click that, it will do a dice roll and automatically add that to your hit points.
Okay.
Oh, is it Bard hit die 1d8 plus 2 total plus 1? Yeah, that's just telling you what you roll and what you get because your con modifier is plus 2. So if it doesn't roll, feel free to just roll the die, check off that hit die thing manually, and just add your Or hit
I
points
just
back.
tested it, and it works, and
Okay.
it's not using Roll20.
That's good.
There it goes.
Okay. Thank you.
And did you get all your hit points back? Did you? What was your roll?
It was 3, so I'm up to 8 now.
Okay, good.
Two. I thought it would add it automatically, but it didn't.
Yeah, that's what I mean by it's cumbersome. I never know if it's working or not.
Well, that's what I meant. If you do the check mark underneath your class, it will bring up something for you to actually click that will do the healing for you.
Awesome.
Okay, maybe I didn't do that. Okay. So I'm at 8. Do we have I know sometimes you give us like a healing potion to start off with. Do we have any of that?
I'll let everybody start with a healing potion. Because you don't have any clerics in your thing. We have new people, so it'll be good to at least have some healing. So everybody can add a healing potion to their inventory.
Oh,
And And I did remove one of my darts from my inventory.
Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate the whole thing. Honestly, you could probably also get it back if you wanted. You wouldn't be able to get it. It was a clean
There are
kill.
rules about finding lost arrows.
Yeah,
and
you spend like a minute or something, you get half your ammunition back. So I'll round up this time to 1.
I just thought there's a potion of oil of slipperiness. And that seems
Yeah. Oh, wait until you see the glue, the Sovereign's glue, which is impossible to remove without a wish spell.
amazing.
D&D Beyond, they pranked someone they didn't like. Or not D&D Beyond. Critical Role, they pranked someone they didn't like a dumb character, by gluing a dildo to their hand.
No.
Like, it was part of like a trickster thing, so she had that as part of like the ritual or something, just to be that. But one of the characters put their sovereign glue on it, so when she took it up, it was stuck in her hand. And then later on, she comes back and is like, "No, I don't have to come out and talk in front of the crowd because it's stuck to her hand for the rest of her life."
Well, better remove my hand.
Yeah. And then one of the actresses, one of the cast members, she cosplayed when they were all doing a thing where they all came in that Halloween as a character. She picked that character.
That's great.
Yeah. Anyway, back to what we are. If everybody has short rested, we are now back out on the street. Renair is sitting around. Anyway, now let's go back. Be like, okay, guys all rested up? Oh, Rat King, nice to see you again.
I was getting some R&R. Some rats and relaxation.
Yeah, well, let me fill you in on what happened. The police, I believe, found all of your notes. I told them that you were responsible for it, and a couple of other random people that I'd never seen before helped, and they're all anonymous. There's a reporter who really seemed to be pushing your involvement there, so I think you have a fan.
He wasn't.
He wasn't what?
He wasn't. He never even mentioned the Rat King. I say that as me. I never said
he didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a whole 10 minutes ago, so I forgot.
Yeah.
That would have been better. Drake is like, no.
No, I didn't. I mean, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
There was a reporter there, but I don't think he had anything. He was familiar with you. So, in any case, if we may,
I think I knew it is. He's kind of a fanboy. Follows me around.
if we can,
Get some groupings.
Yeah. So
oh yeah, no, I remember when you played Baldur's Gate, Sharptooth. Oh man, all the groupies you had, all 3 of them.
Oh boy.
No, I watched. I read a book on the recounting of it, and saw a stage play based on the events of it that were commissioned by a super fan. But I felt like I was there.
Sorry. But it's like, yeah, I wasn't born yet, so you know.
The better time. Better time.
It was. It was good. It was good.
So
But
Rainier,
anyway, I'm sorry, I get a little starstruck by that. Yes, Brutrik.
are you capable of handling yourself if you're not jumped?
He turns. It looks like he swiped one of the fallen rapiers off the ground. I know my way. Granted, being mostly drunk and jumped by 5 criminals caught me off guard, but I can handle myself.
All right. Just want to make sure, because it's probably going to get more dangerous from here. And those guys really hurt.
Yes, I
it will.
thank you for your concern.
And I ask him one more time. And I ask him, like any leads, like anywhere they could have taken Floon.
Not to make Mr. Simon there worry, however, probably to one of their local hideouts. I suggest we ask around. Maybe the locals will be able to find something.
I mean, they might have seen someone drag out a redhead. If it just happened before we got there.
That also possibly, yes.
Is there anyone around?
There's passersby and whatnot. Late night, a couple of drunks.
I pick a random one and go, have you seen the redhead being dragged around here?
A rat! And he starts to run off.
Dear. Need to work on my approach.
Then somebody finally comes out of thing. Okay, Jimmy, we're gonna work on your phobia. Jimmy, hey, did you see a? Oh, you didn't. Oh, Jimmy, it's just a costume, and he starts walking off after you assume it's
Not
Jimmy.
a costume. It's not a costume. It's who I am.
It's not. It's just a personality. It's not a real rat. And he walks off in the distance. There are several other people around though.
That would have been there when.
Could have.
Would have been there.
Yeah. If you were talking around, go ahead and make a investigation check for anybody who's doing this.
Sharptooth is doing this.
Okay.
Oh.
Although I'm doing it with intimidation. No.
Yeah, if you want to do intimidation to try and do it, feel free, Mousey. Sharptooth, you go around, and every time you're about to ask somebody if they saw Floon, you instead go, "Hey, have you ever heard about me? I'm Sharptooth. And you just start talking about yourself instead. You get sidetracked easily like that sometimes.
That's really good. Yes.
So I just rolled a 1 and then rolled again, and he says, "Oh yeah, whenever halflings roll a 1,
Halfling luck.
they get to roll again."
Halfling luck.
That's pretty cool.
It's not showing up in the thing for me. So what did you got? 11.
11.
Yeah. Brutrik got a 15. So between the two of you and Renair and everything, though, Simon's just kind of like, excuse me, okay, excuse me, sir, okay, sir, I'm sorry, okay. Everybody just sort of like walking by him.
Yeah, essentially.
But the rest of you are able to basically talk to enough people to get information that, take a look at one of the sewer heads. Crawl in there. Probably find a symbol, follow the symbols. You didn't hear it from me.
Extremely specific.
That's all right. I don't even know who you are.
Let's keep it that way. Good. Covers up name tag because he just got off work.
I checked the manhole cover he was talking about, or did he just say search the manhole covers?
Search for manhole. Let's just spend some time looking at a couple streets. You find a manhole cover. It's easy. It's heavy. But Brutrik can easily sort of like uncover it.
Does it have a special? Does it have a special symbol on it or anything?
Inside, however, you see a yellow symbol that looks like the Zenithar Guild symbol, written in yellow chalk, just on like the inside of the thing. It opens up, and there's a ladder that actually goes down into the sewer. Renair comes. Yeah, go ahead, Brutrik.
Brutrik would. All right, everyone. Looks like we gotta go down here. I'll go down first and check it out to make sure it's safe.
I shall accompany you. Renaer goes with it, as I cannot expect you all to do this on your own, or take all the danger on your own. And they jump down.
Yeah.
I assume everybody eventually follows, even Simon.
Very, very hesitantly. Probably the last person in, but then is like, maybe I should just leave, but then notices, wait a minute, I'm now alone in the middle of the night in this unknown street. Wait up.
I figure that the motivations behind Simon are going to be two things. One, I am alone, and these are the only people that can save me if something happens. Or B, Sharptooth pushes you to go next.
Yeah, essentially.
Every situation.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot, never remember.
That is disgusting looking water. Why did they have to choose that texture?
I've had this. This one I must have had for a while because it's been on my Roll20 images thing. So
whatever that is not water.
It's better than Ghostbusters 2, though. Barely.
Oh,
A
At
putrid
least that was one
stream.
color.
Yeah, a putrid stream along this sewer tunnel, which leads in two directions, flows. In one direction, you see a tiny symbol drawn on the wall in yellow chalk, a palm-sized circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating out from its circumference.
I guess, like, Sharptooth's gonna look at that and be like, oh my gosh, I've seen that somewhere!
That's the thing, isn't it? I think that's the thing we're looking for.
Very good, Sharptooth. Now we just gotta keep finding them.
You do follow the directions, kind of, and every so often you'll come to a split in the chamber, or an intersection of some sort. There will always be a chalk indication, a chalk symbol saying the way you go. It's not hard to find. There's no real skill check for it. However, it does take a while. It's labyrinthian, and it looks like this is here for good to try and ward off anybody who is not part of the guild would get tired and give up. You also think that because they're chalk, this is somewhat recent. It hasn't gone away from any of this the cleaners, nor just general moisture causing it to kind of erode away. After an hour of following signs through the tunnels, you come to a three-way intersection, where a ladder leads up to a stone shaft capped by a circular metal cover. One of the familiar chalk symbols is marked on a wall nearby. And floating near that is a spherical, grapefruit-sized creature with a bulging central eye and 4 stumpy eye stalks.
Oh, eye stalks.
You would know that this is not a beholder, because beholders have 10 eye stalks and are much bigger. This is likely some beholder-type creature that is much smaller and, well, let's say, easy against level 1s.
Can I do an Arcana or history to find out what it is?
Go for it. Either one works. This is known as a gazer. It would be a specifically get some information out. Boop-a-doop boop. Gazer is a tiny manifestation of beholder's dreams. So it's like a baby beholder.
Oh, I've read about these before. They're called a gazer. Quite fascinating little creatures. Though we may not want to actually meet it.
With that, he turns his head, or his entire body around in your guys' direction and grins. I need initiatives.
Oh, right. Echoes.
I wanted you to just be like, oh, it's a baby. I'm like, what? We're beating up babies now. Are we the good guys?
We should probably avoid it. Avoid it.
So no map for this because this is a simple fight. So we'll do this theater of mind, and I shall turn on different combat music. Let's do skirmish.
Sounds very adventurous.
Yeah. Add turn. There we go. Brutrik, what did you roll for initiative?
It says 21.
21. And Sharptooth, what did you roll?
12.
12. Okay. With that, sort. Rat King, you were up first. You know the sewer's like the back of your tail.
Yeah, I'm assuming this thing is hostile. Does it look hostile?
Oh yeah, this definitely looks hostile.
As it's approaching me, I'm gonna do a crossbow rolls. Inspiration.
Go for it. Same damage, but you do hit. For a total of 5 damage. Bullseye, more or less. Do you?
Yeah, watch out for the-
How do you
watch out for
position
the
yourself? Okay, yeah. How do you position yourself after your turn? Like movement, or you hide somewhere? You jump into the sewage.
I'll leap across the sewage side.
Yeah, everyone's on the ground.
So tiny.
Brutrik, you're up next. This thing's maybe 30 feet away, so you can get there in a single round.
Yeah. Oh. Brutrik will run over and give a like a Ryu, you know, does the where he does the jumping spin kick.
Yeah.
He'll run up and try and sweep all the eyeball stalks with his feet.
Well, then go for it.
Gross.
You, like, laugh along.
Going in slow motion, that's why it takes a while for the for the dice to roll. 18 will hit. How many eye stalks do you hit?
I hit for 5.
5. This thing is looking really bad. You hit 5 of its 4 eye stalks. Really good hit there.
And that's the end of my turn.
With that, the gazer is now up, and it is going to go ahead and suddenly moves its eye stalks around a little bit, and they start to flash a little bit of a strobe light effect. And it's going to attack 2 of you.
I wonder which ones.
2 and 4, so that's going to be. I'm going to say that's Bun and Sam. I basically, when I do that, I run by the icon listing, and I'm just treating myself as Renair. So 2 and 4 is Bun and Sam. So
Of course.
named Simon and Sharptooth.
Yes.
Simon, you're going to get. Nope, that's not it. You're not getting 4 damage, but you are getting the telekinetic ray. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Boy, oh boy. So, do I just click?
Simon,
No,
sorry.
just me.
Simon, yeah, Simon.
Now this is going to be very good because I have a -3 for my strength.
I have tried telekinesis on a baby before, and it beat me with a 17. So it's nope. So you are picked up, and you are thrown 30 feet back.
Into the let's say into the sludge.
We're gonna find out. Are you? Oh no, it's just you were moved up 30 feet away from the gazer. You are pushed back 30 feet, So you're pretty far back now. Make a dexterity saving throw. Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I only have a -1 for this one.
10. I'll say that's just enough that you do land in such a way that you don't land in the sludge and you are on your feet. So you're standing, but you're just 60 feet back.
He barely manages to panic into a grip to keep from slipping in.
Yes. Now,
do I take any
Base.
damage though?
You do not. Base Wraith. You are going to get the Fear Ray. I need you to make I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw. So this will be in the saving throw box in the top left.
Left this. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's not a good one.
Somehow worse than the dexterity of or same as Simon. You fail, and you are now frightened by this ugly thing. You're like, that looks just like my agent,
Girlfriend.
my ex-girlfriend.
We were talking about like the members of the band, and it's not official or anything, but like we suggested that the drummer was like a beholder or like some sort of beholderkin that would will like levitate the drumsticks.
That's pretty cool. With that, Renair is up, and he's just going to come up and he's going to smack it. I'm saying that he's holding a torch, so Rat King can see and he can see. So he's going to smack it with his torch.
Yeah, he has a rapier, doesn't he?
He does, but he's going to run up and smack it with his torch. Because that will do 3 damage and kill it. He hit with a 20, dirty 20. And his unarmed strike does do 2 damage, and I believe it does an additional, 1d6 or something of fire. Does an additional 1 fire damage. So, not to anticlimactically do this, but Renair runs up behind Brutrik and just stabs the middle eye with the fire. And it kind of just lets out this high-pitched squeal. And then falls into the water. Or what you assume could be lightly concerned. Could be somewhat mixed up with what... It's poo.
At some point, it was water.
At one point or another, it was water.
Okay.
Oh,
Bye.
It starts floating away.
thanks, Rainier.
I go, they're kind of cute once they're dead.
Yeah. Yes. No problem, Brutrik. Sharptooth, you were no longer afraid of it because it's dead.
Yeah. That was terrifying. And using prestidigitation.
How'd you get that far back?
I think it threw me somehow.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No.
Well, if everyone's okay and sludge free, should we continue?
Must be we're on the right track.
Take the intersection. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just saying that if we're headed towards a gang run by a beholder, finding one of those little guys is a good sign. And,
So I don't think this would be their main hideout. They're not gonna put the big boss in the sewer here. However, they probably have many satellite hideouts.
we keep going.
Yes. So it's a 3-way intersection. You come up to the split. One way, the middle has a ladder, and the way to the right has a yellow chalk symbol. You follow the yellow chalk symbol.
Yes.
With that, you're going to get to here.
Loading.
Now you should only be able to see, if I've done this all right, basically one row of squares.
Yes.
Yes. that's
Correct.
right.
Yes. So I'm going to put Yeah, Mousey, you probably don't because you don't have dark vision. But let me add Rainier and give him a torch.
I see something on the far end.
Yes, it's a little weird there because there is light at the end of the tunnel. So you can't see
Don't
that.
go towards it.
Guys, I think we should go towards it.
can't help it.
Don't worry, it's a train.
And I'm going to drop him a torch. So you should be able to see a little better now, Rat King.
Ironic. Oh, irony. I need to find an item that gives me night vision.
Yes, it's called Goggles of Night. You can probably find it in the city. However, we will leave this for next time. This is a good stopping point.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty good.